let me stop. I'm like at a 13. So if you're not ready for that, just tune out now. Okay, so let me just give you an update of what's going on, okay? So today is the 9th. Tomorrow, I will be on ALBA's couch. I'm leaving for Miami in about an hour. I'm going to wait for my son. So I'm going to leave in about an hour, right? So let me just give you a rundown of how my last 3 days went. I went to the library Friday. We'll just start with Friday. And I found this book for 10 cents. It's called The Power is Within You. This is by Louise Hay. I've never had nothing. I've never had any of Louise Hay. Look at my hair. I literally just got out the shower and washed it, and it's like doing what it wants. But anyway, I never had any of Louise Hay's books, right? So I got this book Friday, not knowing where this was all going to go. So Saturday, basically Friday to Saturday, my body, I really wasn't hungry or eating or anything. So fast forward to Saturday, I ended up doing a 20-hour dry fast from Friday to Saturday. All of Saturday, I went to the beach, because that's just where I go, right? And I went out there and I read like chapter 9 of this book. Now, while I was at the beach, all kinds of things were happening. There was a wedding on one of these chapters here. This book is amazing, seriously. There is a chapter in here and it talks about like the inner child that's like 0 to 5 or usually around 5. And then there's the inner adolescent. And then there's the inner adult. You know, that inner adult that says, don't go get your nails and feet done, pay a bill. So anyway, in my mind, because I swear to God, I plan out when I do a fast. Around the new moon, the full moon, I'm always planning these things, right? This was naturally happening to my body. So this is a like 16-hour dry fast while I'm at the beach. And so I just felt like I'm marrying myself, okay? I just like made a commitment to myself. I've already did inner child work. A good thing if you want to do inner child work and you don't know what I'm talking about, you can use your dominant hand. I'm left-handed. So I would write a question out in my left hand and then use my right hand to write the answer. You can do that with coloring. Color with your left hand or your dominant hand, and then color with your other hand. That's your inner child. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff you can do, right? That's your own journey. But I've done stuff already with my inner child and introduced myself, and my inner child lives in a penthouse and has a fairy godmother. So when I'm not there, the fairy godmother is with my inner child. I also learned a lot about Louise Hay. She was a 9th grade dropout. All kinds of things. Like, this world is just magnificent, right? Just life and all the, just our past to who we are. But anyway, so Friday to Saturday, I did a 20-hour dry fast, not even knowing it. About 7:30 Saturday evening, I ate grapes and watermelon, and I ended up drinking a cup of Heal All tea when I got home. Things were happening. Like, I went to go get my son something to eat when I came home from the beach, and literally, the lady in front of me paid for my food. And I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, the lady already paid for your stuff. And I was screaming out the window like, thanks! You know what I mean? Who does that? You would have thought I won $200,000 with this lady just paying for my food. Like, it was just, I don't know, it was just like things were just so, things were different. Just dry fast and you'll know what I'm talking about if you're not familiar. Saturday to Sunday to today, I ended up doing another 20-hour dry fast. Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday, right? And I got done with my dry fast around 8 o'clock last night. That's because me and my son were going to a vegan restaurant. And my body was like, I couldn't even eat the food. I'll post a picture of what we ended up getting. I ended up getting the sloppy joe, but then I couldn't eat that at all. So I ended up getting the fried green tomato sandwich, and I ate like maybe 2 bites of that. I couldn't eat it. It was too heavy. So I drank some lemon water at the restaurant, and my body has never wanted lemon water like it wanted that last night. It was so good. I've never had lemon water so good. So I literally rolled over the middle of the thing in the middle of the street trying to get to a gas station to find lemons because I couldn't even find lemons and I had none left at my house. Literally, it was crazy. So anyway, so yesterday, so that was my other 20-hour fast, okay? From yesterday evening to today, I ended up eating some cherries around 12 o'clock. My body just wanted some cherries. So I ended up eating some cherries. I ate like 5, not many. And then I made some zucchini spaghetti because I wanted to eat something. This is a big thing going here, right? So if you're not familiar with hypnotherapy or what I'm doing tomorrow. Her name is ALBA WEINMAN. I'll post the link if you're interested. It's like $400, but it's worth every penny to me. It's past life regressions. It's going to be like me tuning into my higher self. So, of course, naturally, I'd be cleansing my body and doing these things because I want direct communication with my higher self. So that just made perfect sense to me. All these things were natural. I don't have one thing marked in my calendar or anything, right? I did write notes afterwards with what I was doing. Now, fun fact. When I was at the beach Saturday, my friend Green Eyes in California was also at a wedding. Right? And she saw me on a beach getting married and saw pictures of my different incarnations of me, but not as people, but as colors, right? And so what's funny is when I was leaving the beach, the people that got married had like flowers lined up in an aisle, and I was like, oh, I want one of the flowers from the wedding, and I went to go pick up one, but you know how you like buy flowers at Walmart or Publix, and it's like a bunch of them, like 10 or 12. I'll put a picture up. And I literally was walking down the beach with a whole thing of white daisies, right? So it did look like that was a bouquet. But what's funny is my parents were going to name me, my adopted parents, when I got adopted, were going to name me Daisy instead of who I am. They named me after a band. So anyway, it was all these little things all through all this time frame, right? So I wanted to chime in because I don't know if I'm going to be the same when I get back from my rendezvous in Miami these next 2 days. I don't know if I'm going to even be the same. I don't know anything. This is just me an update before. I feel great. I literally today I did drink some lemon water, and I also drank some psyllium husk with the activated charcoal and the bentonite clay because I'm going to do an enema tonight and flush out my system because I haven't really used the bathroom the last 2 days like that because you know how it is when you fast. I did find some fun facts though. We do know Jupiter goes direct tomorrow, the 10th. Jupiter goes back direct. It goes back direct at 1:02 p.m. But I also noticed something I never noticed before in astrology, which is I don't know how. But I noticed on Wednesday the 11th, Pallas, Pallas, is going into Leo. But I was like, what the heck is Pallas? So I looked up Pallas, which is an asteroid, and it's just the name. Pallas is named after Pallas Athena. And it's a goddess, but it's a whole different aspect if you work with astrology and birth charts like most of you know I do. So that was a fun fact for me right there. So Pallas, Pallas, for all you that do birth charts out there. It's fun. I mean, it's a whole nother layer to the astrology charts. And what else? We have a solar eclipse. I think it's 20 degrees. It's a new moon at 10:48. What is that in? Cancer? I want to think our new moon is coming in. I'm pretty sure our new moon is in Cancer because the solar eclipse is 20 degrees Cancer. But we won't see the solar eclipse in the northern hemisphere. So that's just where I'm at right now. And one of the things that she says, Louise Hay says in this book, she says a whole bunch of affirmations. But the one that really stuck out to me because she said, hold on, let me get the thing. I'll tell it to you. All right. And guess what? It's on page 24. And you know 24 is my birthday and my lucky number, okay? She says, if we want to be responsible for our lives, we've got to be responsible for our mouths. The words and phrases we say are an extension of our thoughts. And I always know that we're responsible for everything we say because our tongue is like a two-edged sword. It can be cursings or it can be blessings, right? But I literally just cussed my daughter out the day before. I mean, I called her a bitch and everything. I was like, and I told her after we ended up talking like 20 minutes later, I said, I might have got out of control because that's just how I do. And I had just started that time of the month. But I was like, there's no excuse for you to act like a bitch. And I did not take that part back, right? But when I read this, if we want to be responsible for our lives, we've got to be responsible for our mouths. Do you understand that? That was just, and the fact that it's on page 24. And another fun thing, like she was saying, just on the next page, instead of saying, I have to go to work, I have to do this, I have to go to the store, say, I choose to go to work. I choose to go to the store. Because at the end of the day, You're choosing to walk out the door and go to work. You're choosing to go to the store. So we can change that to bring control back to who we are. You know, we are the God. We are everything. We are everything, literally. And the more that I truly am authentic with myself, I see that in things around me. So you can't come really close to me and in my circle with that rah-rah shit. And if you are and been on that rah-rah, eating whatever, doing whatever, all that sugar and stuff, well, that's because I was doing the same crap. Now, the more that I'm becoming clearer, the more everything around me is like clearer. So anyway, ALBA WEINMAN. I'll leave a description in the box, and I don't know how I'm going to be next time you see me, but anyway. Oh, this is a good book if you want it. This is really a good book. And I'll post ALBA's information in the box. But, and I'm not fat, you guys. I was going to get my butt done. Let's just be honest. You know I tell you everything on my channel. I was going to do the Brazilian butt lift. Yeah, 4 kids. I hate when y'all inbox me and say, are you pregnant? Are you this? Do I look pregnant? So anyway, I was going to get the Brazilian butt lift, and that's where you get this stuff sucked off. And so I weigh 135 even right now today because I weighed myself at the grocery store this morning. And I was going to get all this sucked off and put in my butt. But then I was like, you detox and you do too many fasts. And the most thing in all these detox and fasting groups, the first thing that goes is the boobs and the butt. Because that's where all the fat cells are. So anyway, now I'm back on just better health, and I might even do workout videos. Who knows? But I live in Florida. Okay, so it's a whole nother ball game down here anyway. But I just am literally on cloud 13. And I hope that you guys are loving and enjoying life just as much as I. Am I over? No, I'm just playing. I'm still here. Because I can see the time still going. No, but seriously, I do hope you guys love life and you're just enjoying and just, life is good. Just eat it up.